Hello students, welcome back in this online course of Water Resource Engineering. So we are studying about the techniques of distribution. So in the previous class we have learnt about free flooding. Okay, it was our first type of first technique of distribution. So today we are going to learn about border flooding. So what we are going to do in border flooding, let us see. In this method the land is divided into a number of strips. So you can see the diagram here. This is the land and we have divided into number of strips separated by low levees called borders. So these are the levees or borders with the help of which we have divided the field into number of strips. The land area confined in each strip is of order of 10 to 20 meter in width. So width of a single part will be 10 to 20 meter and the length will be 10 to 400 100 to 400 meter. Okay, so this is how we are going to divide the field. So this is the main supply and these are the gate operated openings. So water will come here, and if we want to put water here we will open this gate. If we want water here we will open this gate, and if we want water here we will open these gates. If we don't want water here we can close the gates. So this is gate operated openings. So what is the next point? Ridges between borders should be sufficiently high to prevent overstopping during irrigation. So these are dividing the two fields. So these are also called as ridges. So these should be sufficiently high so that if water is coming here it should not go from here to here or from here to here. And at the same time also this is a water supply, so this should also be at a height. Water from this should come where we want water. Okay, so water should not overstep when we are doing irrigation. So the supply ditch, also called irrigation stream, so this is the supply ditch, may either be in the form of earthen channel or a lined channel or an underground concrete pipe having risers at interval. So this can be a earthen type of supply, or we can make it lined, or what we can do, we can put underground steel pipes or concrete pipe, any type of pipe which is underground, and we can make risers at some interval. So like we need water here, so we will put riser in the concrete pipe here. So depending upon the field conditions we will put risers. So the size of supply ditch depends upon the infiltration rate of soil and the width of border strip. So the size of supply ditch, this size will depend upon infiltration rate of soil. How? If the water is having high infiltration rate, then we need a wider and a deeper water supply, and if it is not that much, infiltration is not high, so we will require narrow and shallow. So depending upon the infiltration is what? The rate of water at the rate at which water enters the soil. So if it is high, so the soil will capture more of the water entering into this channel. So in that case we have to provide water here. So we have to provide large volume of water. For that we need deeper and wider water supply. A relationship between discharge through the supply ditch, the average depth of water flowing over the strip, the rate of infiltration of the soil, and the area of the land irrigated, and the approximate time required to cover the given area with water, that is time t, is given by. So we can estimate the time. If we want to know like how much time at a rate q for depth f, and f is the infiltration rate of soil. So if we want to know when our land is going to be irrigated, so that time we can calculate by this formula 2.3 y divided by f log of 10 whole bracket q upon q minus fa. So we are going to see how this formula has come. So for that, let us assume a small area dA. Let me show you what we are going to assume actually. So let us just assume we are going to assume this is strip. Okay, so water is coming like and water is flowing like this. So this is this is a border strip, and area dA covered with water in time dt. So we have taken the water from the supply, and this water has taken time dt to irrigate this area dA. So this is what it means, and this is the area, total area A covered, this is this whole area covered with water in time t. So total time is t, total area is A. So we want to check how this relationship is coming. So that is why we are taking this small element. So what we have assumed that this in time dt, this much area is irrigated. Okay, so what is going to happen actually? So total volume coming from the water supply is q into dt. Q is the discharge. So in a small time dt, this much volume we are taking from this water supply, and how much this will be equal to y into dA. So this water strip is having area dA and the average depth is y. This we have assumed. So dA is area, y is height. So height into area will be volume plus. So water is doing here two works. First is irrigating this area and also satisfying the needs of this soil here. So how this soil need water? In the form of infiltration. So total area is A. So F is the infiltration rate, area A in time dt. So this is the total volume of water to be used in the soil. This area is this much, y into dA plus F into A into dt. So this is the volume is in the field and it is coming from this water supply. So these two have to be equal, because we are assuming there is no losses. Okay, so after this it is very simple. So just have a look. Dt will become, we have to find what, q minus, we want to find t. So what we have done, we have taken this fa dt terms here. So dt q minus fa. So now for integration, this is not an easy integration. So what we are assuming y f q as constants. So average depth, the discharge from supply, and infiltration is anyway constant only. So these three terms we are considering as constant. So only variables are time and area. So simply it will become T is y upon a ln q upon q minus fa. So we know if we want to convert this natural log, so we have to multiply by 2.3 to make it base 10. So I guess this was the equation we were searching for. Okay, so this is the equation. So now we can also calculate what will be the maximum area we can irrigate with the discharge, so supply having discharge Q in that given time T. So let us write this equation in some different form. So T into F divided by 2.3 by, we have taken all these terms here, is equal to log 10 Q upon Q minus FA. So just let us this whole term as x. So this implies x is equal to log 10 Q upon Q minus F of A. So just we have to just we have to do some calculations, easy calculation. So 10 raised to power x is equal to Q upon Q minus FA. We have taken antilog both sides. Is it correct? 10 to power x Q upon, it is correct only. So now just multiply. So 10 raised to power x into Q minus F into A into 10 raised to power x will equal to be Q. Okay, or 10 raised to power x minus 1 multiplied by Q is equal to F into A into 10 raised to power x. So we wanted to calculate the maximum area. So A is equal to Q by F 10 raised to power x minus 1 upon 10 raised to power x. So the maximum value of this term is 1. This implies, this is simple mathematics, just do some differentiation, you will get this. So A max is Q upon F. So in GATE or engineering services, you will directly get, you have to use this formula only. If you are going with this formula, you will not be able to calculate there. So maximum area we can irrigate will be Q by F. Okay. So I am writing one question for you. You have to try it, and in the next class I will be solving that problem. Okay. So question is, determine the time required to irrigate irrigate a strip a strip of land of 0.04 hectares. So in the field you will be seeing the area in terms of hectares. 0.04 hectares in area from a tube well with a discharge of 0.02 cubic. The infiltration capacity of the soil may be taken as 5 centimeter per hour, and the average depth of flow on the field as 10 centimeter. So you have to be very careful with the units. Okay. Also determine the maximum area that can be irrigated from this tube well. So this is a question: determine the time required to irrigate a strip of land of 0.04 hectares in area from a tube well with a discharge of 0.02 cubic. The infiltration capacity of the soil may be taken as 5 centimeter per hour, and the average depth of flow on the field as 10 centimeter. Also determine the maximum area that can be irrigated from this tube well. So this is the question you have to try. It is just as you can assume as homework. Write your answers in the comment box so that I can see how much of you have tried it. We will discuss this question in the next lecture. So thank you for today.